reach your arms out and then up overhead as you reach up tall. Exhale, release your palms back down at the pace of your exhale. We'll take 2 more of these. You inhale your arms out and up, and exhale, release. You connect your breath with your movement. Nice fluid movements without stopping in any one spot. We'll do a side stretch on this one. So take an inhale with your arms out and up, and then exhale down to the left. You can bring your left hand down to the side next to you. As you reach your right arm up and overhead, maybe look up. That feels okay. Find your breath. Then inhale back up through center. Inhale up, up. And then exhale down to the right. You can bring that right hand down. You can reach your left arm up and over. You find your breath. Alrighty. Inhale back up to center. And we'll take a fold. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. You can walk your fingertips out away from you. You can tuck your chin. Take a nice round of breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to walk those hands back up. And then from here, you can switch the leg that you have in front to find yourself in a seated position. From here, we'll do some twists. So start by taking an inhale, arms up overhead. Then exhale to the right. So you bring that right hand in front of you. And then you can bring your left hand behind you for support. Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, you can inhale back through center. We'll do the other side as you inhale your arms up overhead. Then exhale, twist left hand forward. You look over your right shoulder. You find your breath here. And then you can inhale, release back to center. We'll do one more fold. So you inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. You can walk those fingers out. You can tuck your chin. You find your breath. And then you can release back up. All right, from here, we'll take it to tabletop, hands and knees. So your wrists will come underneath your shoulders, and then your knees underneath your hips, hip-width distance apart. You spread your fingertips wide, look down at your mat. We'll do a few cat-cows to warm up the spine. So as you inhale, drop your belly down and look up. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, drop your belly, open up your chest. And exhale, round your spine back. You can take a few more of these at your own pace of breath. So you have nice fluid movements. Exhale, round back. Inhale, look up. Then you can return to your tabletop when you're ready. We'll do our tiger pose to begin to warm up the core. So you can extend your left leg back. Bring your toes down against the mat, squeeze your leg here. And if you want, you have the option to let your foot come up off the mat. And then you have the option to extend your right arm out. You bring your thumb up and your fingers spread wide. To maintain a neutral neck by looking down. Imagine as if someone was pulling your hand and your foot in opposite directions. Find your length. Find your breath. And then when you're ready, you can release back down to tabletop. We'll switch it up. You can extend that right leg back this time. You can keep your toes down against the mat, or you have the option to lift your foot up. From here, you have the option to extend your left arm out this time. Your thumb up as you maintain a neutral neck and look down. Find your breath. And when you're ready, you can release back down to tabletop. From here, you can tuck your toes, and we'll do downward facing dog. So you can begin to unbend your knees as you push your hips up and back. You can always keep a generous bend in your knees. And then from here, you can drop your head down through your arms. Maybe look back at your knees. And then you can pedal your knees or bend one knee and then the other. You find some motion here. Notice your hands. Make sure they're parallel to each other, your fingertips spread wide. Push down through each of your fingertips to help release pressure on your wrist. Alrighty, bend your knees. Look at the space in between your hands and step and make your way all the way up to fold. You can always keep a nice bend in your knees. We'll stay here for a few moments for our first fold. Your feet can be all the way together, or you can bring them hip width distance apart or wider. You can nod your head, yes and no. Relax your neck. You can clasp opposite elbows for a ragdoll pose. You can sway side to side gently, which helps you stretch your mid-spine, your thoracic spine, a little bit more. Alrighty. From here, you can find your halfway lift. So you straighten your spine out like a number 7. You can bring your hands to your shins. You squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can always keep a bend in your knees if you need to. Alrighty, release back down to fold for a moment. And now, over the course of a few rounds of breath, you can slowly rise all the way up to standing. You push down through your feet, rise up with a strong core. And from here, you can step your feet hip width distance apart. You can lift up all 10 toes and place them back down. You can find a nice micro bend in your knees. You engage your core, so you lift up through the crown of your head. You can relax your shoulders down, away from your ears, and find a slight tuck in your chin. Mountain pose. All right, from here we'll go through our flow. So you can inhale your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank pose. We'll hold our plank for this first one. If you do the full version of plank, you can think about kicking your heels over your toes and then shine your chest forward. You can always do modified plank on your knees, which I recommend. Either way, look down for a neutral neck. Find your breath. Then we'll do our chaturanga, our tricep push-up. So on your next exhale, lower all the way down through to your tummy with your elbows in. Then inhale, baby cobra or a chest opener. You lift your head and shoulders. You have the option to lift your fingers or your heels. Then you can plant your hands, tuck your toes, find your downward facing dog as you push your hips up and back. You can walk it out. You bend one knee and then the other. Alrighty, bend your knees. Look at the space between your hands and hop or step forward to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. This time we're going to do chair pose. So you can exhale, circle sweep your arms down and then back up. You sit your hips down into chair, like you're sitting down into a chair. Your feet can be hip width distance apart. They can be all the way together or somewhere else in between. Your weight should be in your heels. Maybe even wiggle your toes. Keep breathing. Keep building some heat. Alrighty, and you can inhale, back up. You can inhale your arms out and up overhead. Then exhale, swan dive down to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank. And on your next exhale, lower down through chaturanga. And inhale, chest opener of choice. You can do upward facing dog by bouncing on your hands and feet. And then exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. You can walk it out. Alrighty, and from here you can look at the space in between your hands, bend your knees, and make your way to your forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. And now you can release your arms down to your sides. From here we'll do our crescent lunge, our standing lunge pose. So you can begin by stepping your right leg back for a lunge position. Your heel can come up. I'll just go over here. Yeah, your heel can come up off the mat. And then you can extend your arms up overhead, or you can bring your arms to your sides. You think about squaring your hips. If you had headlights on each of your hip bones, you square them forward. If you'd like more of a challenge, you can lift your right heel, but only if you want to. From here, you can slide your left hand down your left leg and reach your right arm up and overhead. And when you're ready, you can return to your crescent lunge. We'll finish this part with a power lunge. If you want, optional. You can inhale, reach up tall, and then exhale, lunge over your thigh. Look down at your toes. Keep breathing. You can also bring your arms back behind you. Keep breathing, look down, and inhale. Rise back up. Good work. You can release your arms down to your sides and step your feet together. You can shake it out. And we'll go through our flow. You can meet us in down dog if you want. When you're ready. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive down to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank. On your next exhale, you can lower down. Inhale, chest opener. And exhale, downward dog. If at any point during this practice you need more of a rest pose, you can always drop your knees to the mat and find your child's pose. It is available to you at any time. Alrighty, we'll do all that on the other side. So this time you can begin by extending your right leg back behind you. Then you can curl your knee to your chest and plant your foot in between your hands. Or make your way to a comfortable lunge position with your feet in between your hands. And then with a strong core, you can inhale your arms up. Which leg do you have in front?
Who?
Trevor?
My left, but don't worry about right and left. Zoom switches the video feeds.
Oh, okay. No worries.
For us to tell which one your left is.
From here, you can do your side stretch. So you can slide your arm down your leg. You reach that other arm up and over. You keep breathing. Then when you're ready, you can return to center. You have the option to do a power lunge. You inhale, reach up tall, and exhale, lunge over your thigh. You look down at your toes. Keep breathing. Woo. And then you can release back up. One last good moment here. And then you can release your arms down to your sides and step your feet together at the top of your mat. You can shake it out. Alrighty. You can go through your flow or meet us in down dog. So you inhale your arms up and over. And then exhale, swan dive down to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank. Now on your next exhale, you can lower down. Inhale, chest opener of choice. You could do baby cobra. And then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Maybe step your feet in about an inch. Then you can walk your dog or pedal your feet as you enjoy the last moments of downward facing dog for tonight's practice. Maybe give your knees a nice deep bend. Stretch your shoulders. Then when you're ready, you can drop your knees down to the mat and find your child's pose. Your knees can be as wide as the mat or all the way together, either way. So you bring your hips down to your heels and then your forehead down to the mat. You can reach your hands out in front of you or you can reach your hands behind you, either way. when you're ready, you can begin to walk your hands back up. And then you can come to a kneeling position and then make your way all the way down to your sits bones with your feet, your legs long in front of you. You can wobble out your knees. You can rock back and forth on your sits bones as you sit tall. Then flex both of your feet. Plant both of your hands to your sides as you sit tall for your staff pose. Find your breath. And we'll do a fold. So you can inhale your arms out and up overhead as you reach up tall. And then exhale, fold gently. You can always bend your knees. You can tuck your chin. You can do whatever you like with your hands. Find your breath. And then when you're ready, you can rise back up. You can bring both of your hands behind you with your fingertips facing away. We'll do a quick chest opener after that nice fold. So on your next inhale, you can begin to open up your chest up. Maybe let your head come back if that's okay. Just take a round of breath here. And you can release and come back to seated. And from here, we'll take a cobbler's pose or a butterfly or bound angle. So you bring both of your feet together, your knees wide. You sit tall and hold on to your ankles. Your feet don't have to be as close in as they can get. You can find a middle ground or a diamond shape, and it's just as good. From here, you have the option to find a fold. You can inhale, reach up tall through the crown of your head, and then exhale, fold gently. You can walk your fingertips out and away. You can tuck your chin. Alrighty. And you can inhale, release, back up. From here, you can plant both of your feet, bend both of your knees. We'll do a little bit of core. We'll do a boat pose. So you can make a nice V shape with a nice straight spine. You begin to lean back just a little bit and feel that core engage right there. Maintain that nice straight spine. You can stay right here. Keep breathing. You have the option to bring your feet up parallel to the ground like a boat. You have the option to release your hands. You find a good spot for yourself for a few moments.
Minutes.
And then when you're ready, you can bring your feet back down. And then you can roll down to your back. We'll do some windshield wiper knees. So you can bring both of your knees down to the side. Then inhale, bring your knees back up through center. Exhale, down to the other side. And we'll do a few more as you inhale, center, exhale, side, at your own pace. And then from here, you can come to center and hug both of your knees into your chest. You can hold on to your legs from the crease of your knee and the back of your thigh. You can move both of your knees back and forth like you're crawling. Or you can move your knees in little opposite circles. which helps release the low back. Now we'll do our inversion. So you can begin by straightening your legs straight up, and you can bring your hands behind your knees for support. You have the option to go with your legs up against a wall if you want to. You can also bring a blanket underneath your hips if that's easier for your legs. You just let some of that blood come down to your core. You can point and flex your feet. You can do some ankle circles in both directions. You can do some wide legs. Then when you're ready, you can release and hug your knees to your chest. We'll do one last pose. We'll do our twist. So you can hold onto your right knee and extend your left leg down long. From here, you can guide your knee across your body down to the left and maybe look to the right. You have the option to straighten your right leg for a deeper twist. Breathe into this twist. Alrighty. When you're ready, you can come back to center. You can hug both of your knees. Now we'll switch. You extend your right leg down long and hold on to your left knee. And then from here, you can guide your knee across your body down to the right. And maybe look to the left. You have the option to straighten your left leg for a deeper twist. Alrighty. When you're ready, you can begin to release. You can return to center. You can hug your knees to your chest. Feel free to take any other pose that you might like to take tonight. Before we do our final relaxation, our Shavasana, when you're ready, you can extend both of your legs down long and wide. You can reach both of your arms down to your sides. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. You can breathe in for a count of 3 or 4, and exhale for 3 or 4. As you allow yourself to absorb all the benefits from tonight's practice, just take it all in. I'll share one of my favorite quotes. Of course, you can always imagine more perfect conditions, the way the world should be, and the way that everyone else should behave. But it is not our task to create an ideal. It is our task to see the world as it is, and to learn from the world as it is. For the awakening of the heart, conditions are always good enough. You can begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. You can stretch your arms. You can bend your knees. You can roll to your side. And then you can make your way all the way back up to a comfortable position. Tall, but remain relaxed. You should take one last deep round of breath and notice how you feel right now. My soul honors each of your souls. Namaste. Oh. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to be here tonight. It was so great to have you. I'm so glad that you came and we were able to do this. I hope you guys are all doing well. You're welcome to come off mute if you want. It was good to see you.
Hey, Sona, if people want to tip you, do you have a Venmo?
What?
If we want to tip you, do you have a Venmo?
Oh, you guys don't have to do that. But yeah, I'm on Venmo. I am. But yeah, no worries. Thank you, though.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Aw, thanks,
Try and do it again.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to do it again. I can do different kinds. I can do longer, different options for people. But yeah, I'm definitely down to do it again. This time works for me. Mondays at 7.
Yeah,
Down.
it works for me. It'd be great to do maybe a longer session.
Yeah.
If, people are down. I think we all need it this episode.
Yeah. I agree. I think doing a full hour would be awesome. Yeah. We could do it at maybe we could do it at 6:30.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh, good night, friends. Thank you so much.
Good
Love
night.
to you.
Thank you.
And anyone who would like to stick around, we are going to be playing some games. We're just going to be talking. It's going to be a totally different environment. But yeah, we're going to show off all the very nice music, which I actually very much enjoyed.
Oh, thank you.
It's less.
Yeah, this is not my usual playlist, actually. I changed it for this one, but
I know you. Do I know you, Trevor?
Yeah, Nosh Mondays.
Yeah. Okay. That's funny. I was like, wait a minute. How do you know Sona?
we did M&M, Masters of Nonprofit Management.
Oh.
Or I did MPA, but yeah.
Cool.
And that's what Sam did. And that's what Amanda did too. Like all of us here. Yeah.
Wow. I'm just like outcast here.
So 3 p.m. Yeah, represent. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Sona.
you, friends.
See you later.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Sure.